Hi you guys, my name is V and welcome to my channel. For today's adventure, we're going to be spending the day in Yokohama. Our first mission is to go to Yokohama Hammerhead to make some chocolates. With that said, let's go! I love that taxi doors open automatically here in Japan. This driver even had candies for his customers. Let's make our way to Yokohama Hammerhead. Hammerhead is a contemporary mall with shops, restaurants, and scenic water views, making it a perfect date spot. They were even hosting a live radio show today. We're going to be making our chocolates at this cafe called Vanilla Beans. They also host tours where you can learn more about chocolates and do seasonal workshops. The cafe has indoor and outdoor seating with a beautiful view of the water. Unfortunately, if you're making chocolate, you can't sit outside. There's also a shop where you can buy a range of their chocolates and some of their trinkets. They had cups made from recycled beans, the same teapots from their cafe, and cacao-scented incense, which smelled really good. We tried this chocolate-covered orange, which was delicious. It kind of reminded me of Jaffa cakes from the UK. Their cafe offered a range of teas, coffees, and cocoa. We tried their cacao nib tea, orange juice, and coffee. We also tried this raspberry and pistachio lava cake. I heard they only served 10 a day, so I really wanted to try it. I love pistachio and raspberry together, but my boyfriend T found it too sour. Our first mission in Yokohama is customizing our own chocolates. This service only runs from 12 to 2 p.m. You can choose from 3 designs. Of course, we had to choose the Yokohama skyline. Then you choose your base chocolate and what flavor you want it to be. And lastly, you get to choose 2 toppings. I was really inspired by the cake that we ate earlier. So for the base, we decided to go with bitter chocolate and matcha for the flavor. Just like the cake, I wanted raspberry and pistachio as the topping. The staff then mixes everything in front of you. Lastly, the chocolate is poured into the mold, flattened, and then it's ready for cooling. Our chocolate then gets put into this special machine, which cools it and sets it in about 20 to 30 minutes. The last step is wrapping the chocolates, which we do ourselves. Here they are! They're so cute! For the wrapping, you get a foil inner piece and this cute paper outer wrap. It was a lot harder than it looked, so T went first. Now it's my turn. I'm embarrassed to admit it took me way longer than it should have to do this, but it was super fun to do. What? Hey, ta-da! Good job. Mission 1, finish. Let's go to the next place. Ramen making! Are you excited? Ramen! It's time to leave Hammerhead and head towards Yokohama Ramen Museum for mission number 2, ramen making. I love Yokohama's port side and city side scenery. The port side of Japan always makes me feel like I'm in America for some reason. Of course, T fell asleep again. Welcome to Yokohama's Ramen Museum. I feel like this place is highly underrated. A lot of people tend to go to the Cup Ramen Museum instead. If you get the chance, I highly recommend coming here. You can get your ticket on site or in advance online, which makes entering much smoother with a QR code. You can find the museum and the shops on the first floor. Look at how stinking cute those ramen topping chairs are. I want one in my house. First, we're running late for the ramen making workshop, so let's go. We're about to make some ramen. I'm so excited. Sorry.
No worry, it's not the end of the world.
I love this guy. He was so sweet even though we were late. Let's put on our ramen making uniform. Luckily for me, the workshop is instructed in both English and Japanese. There was also another group doing the workshop. First step is making the dough. We had to place 200 grams of this special flour from Hokkaido into a bowl. Then you shake it around in the bowl. After, you pour some water into the flour. I didn't realize you were supposed to swirl it around as you poured it in. Then the mixing process begins. You guys, I thought this was going to be a calming and meditative experience. I did not sign up for this stress.
Emily, no glass.
So stressful. Sumimasen, watashi stressed desu.
Go! You can do it!
Ganbatte ne!
Ganbarimasu!
We told him we're traveling from the UK, and he appeared with this flag out of nowhere.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote?
Yes, Don Quixote! I love Don Quixote!
No pain, no gain.
No pain, no ramen!
No pain, no ramen. So desu ne.
5, 4,
4, 3, 2, 1. Yay!
Great job.
Arigato.
Okay, you're good.
I don't think I need to go to the gym today after that. Next is time to knead the dough.
I love ramen. I want you. I need you. I miss you. Je t'aime. Te quiero. Y feliz Te amo. Saranheo. Oai ramen daisuki.
Press.
Good.
Press.
Yeah. Press. Yes.
This guy was such a vibe. I've never met anyone so passionate about ramen.
Okay, good job. Okay.
Now it's time to leave the dough to rest in the bag for a little while.
Yeah. Okay.
On to the next step, flattening the dough.
Yeah. I made that video using ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT.
Me too.
Are you ready?
Hi.
Go. Yeah.
The flattening process is really unique because we'll be using these bamboo sticks to flatten our dough. The bamboos were freshly cut 2 days ago to be used for this workshop. Our dough has been resting for about 10 minutes now, so it's time to prepare our workstation by dusting a little flour.
Yes, good.
Now it's time to press and shape our ramen dough using the bamboo.
2, 3, move to right. Little by little. Yes.
Unlike pizza dough, you're not supposed to roll the bamboo. The movement is up and down, and then you move the bamboo to the next position, from the center point to the left, and then back to the center to the right. Then we fold the dough in half and repeat the pressing cycle. You have to repeat this cycle until the dough is 40 by 40 centimeters. You can either press the bamboo with your hands, or if you want to do it like a true ramen master, you do it with your leg.
Yeah, you got this. Good.
I never realized how hard making ramen was. I am truly grateful for ramen. I'll never take it for granted again after this experience. My dough wasn't big enough, so I had to keep going even though T was already finished with his. Peep the guy in the back that's doing the leg pressing so easily.
Try.
I'm so jealous.
Arigato, ramen masters.
It's the moment of truth, guys. Did I pass?
Let me check. もう一回かな。
もうちょっと
もうちょっとに見える。10, 20, 30, oh, 40.
多分だけイエーイ
10, 20, 30, 40. Get it!
ありがとう先生
Okay, just step 2. 顔だけ打ち finish. More flow, more flow.
It's time to do one last fold before we go off and cut our ramen.
Then go over there.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go over to the ramen cutting station.
Cutting time?
Yeah. Cutting time.
For the cutting machine, you simply do an up and down movement. The machine will move in increments on its own.
By doing this
Sugoi.
automatically, yeah. And this is Japanese technology. Not good.
Too fast. Okay.
You have to make sure to pace yourself and not to do it too fast.
Practice.
Let's get started. Our ramen actually came out really good. Look at how perfect she looks.
Okay.
Scoop everything?
Yeah, it's good. Everything.
Now it's time to take our ramen back to the workstation and package her up.
Yay!
It looks so delicious.
Go back there.
Now it's time to loosen our ramen and weigh about 150 grams to make 2 portions.
After loosen go noodle, 1.5.
Okay.
And lastly, it's time to bag her up to take home. The ramen comes with a shoyu flavor broth for when you make it at home. You can also choose to make one of the ramens here. Since we wanted to eat ramen here at the museum, we decided to take everything home.
Arigato.
Great job. Okay.
This workshop was so fun, and our sensei was hilarious. I would come back just for him. We were also able to take our hats home, so when we prepared our ramen, we could feel like true ramen masters. Let's pack up and explore the rest of this museum. After all that hard work, I was completely covered in flour. Look at T being a gentleman. And we're finished! Let's go and explore the ramen shop next. This place had so much cool merch, including Supreme coded items. I really wanted this ramen blanket. They even had this ramen perfume, which I thought was gonna smell like ramen.
Doesn't smell like ramen. Kinda nice.
They had a bunch of these crafts where you can make your own shop or sceneries. There was so much ramen to choose from. They also had these beautifully painted ramen bowls. Look at these adorable chopstick rests. I kinda regret not getting this Naruto one. And if you don't know how to use chopsticks, they have these special training ones you can use. Let's continue exploring the rest of this place. This place is so cool. It feels like you've entered a different time period. We tried seeing if we could open some of the doors, but most of these were just display. We came across this dagashi shop which had a lot of the traditional Japanese kids snacks. I was in awe at how beautifully made this place was. There was so much thought and detail put into everything. Finally, the main attraction. Here you can find several ramen restaurants, bars, and cafes. The ramen here is really popular, so a lot of the restaurants have a long waiting time. Each restaurant is known for its own specialty ramen.
Line ですね。
Okay.
One line, two line,
Okay.
three line.
While we were waiting, we came across the OG pachinko.
What flavor? Yakiniku? Yeah. 300 めっちゃ高い焼肉。
We decided to eat at Shindo, whose founder is originally from Thailand, and it's apparently one of the hardest ramen spots to get into there. We ordered the special shellfish broth and shoyu ramen, and of course, Thai beer. If you like seafood, I recommend giving this spot a try. The ramen came with chashu, an egg, bamboo, and this shellfish paste, which gave the broth a really unique flavor, unlike any ramen I've had before. Now that we've been fed, let's head to our next mission, the air cabins. Yokohama's skyline is incredibly beautiful. Even the buses in Yokohama are really unique. The air cabins are a great way to easily travel between the famous spots in the city whilst enjoying the view. It's coming up to sunset now, which is the perfect time to ride one of these. We boarded the cabin at Sakurajicho next to the train station and got off at Unga Park to explore the area. The views were amazing, and it was so relaxing riding in one of these. It's time to get off and explore the area. We are trying to find Yokohama Red Brick Warehouse, which is a famous converted shopping mall.
Red Brick Warehouse. Chinatown area, I think. No, we are here, right? And then here, and then can walk.
T got distracted by a sunglasses shop he spotted at the World Porters Mall. Let's go check it out.
Did you find your glasses?
T found a pair of these sunglasses by David Beckham that he really liked. He doesn't have any metal frame glasses, so he wanted to get a pair.
David.
I wasn't planning on getting anything, but I fell in love with these Tiffany sunglasses. This is why you never touch anything. The staff were really accommodating, and we had our glasses fitted, resized, and cleaned. T even got his current pair cleaned. Now that we're finished shopping, let's finally try and find the Red Brick Warehouse. You guys, I felt so oshare with my new sunglasses.
Hama sushi desu.
The Red Brick Warehouse is another famous date spot in Yokohama. I can understand why. I love the vibe here. There were so many cute shops inside the warehouse and loads of stalls selling food. We came across this outdoor ice rink and of course we had to give it a go. This ice rink was special because it was made with actual ice, which isn't common here in Japan.
Kuro.
The entry fee came with shoe rental, but we had to pay extra for gloves for safety, otherwise you can't skate. There's even knee pads if you're scared of falling. Let's go and find our shoes. Everything was so clean and organized. I expect nothing less from Japan.
Thank you.
There are also lockers available to put your things away. It's been years since I last went ice skating. It was so much fun, but I forgot how difficult it was, especially since there were no ice skating penguin aid for support. Let's grab some hot coffee from this cute van to keep us warm while we walk to our next location. Everything on the menu looked delicious, but we wanted to save our appetite for later.
Yes, please. Arigato.
Our next mission is getting dinner at Yokohama's Chinatown, which is the biggest in Japan. There is so many delicious food to choose from here. It was kind of overwhelming. I noticed so many fortune tellers too. This one in particular had a crowd of people around it.
What are you feeling, my love?
Try Peking duck.
We were craving Peking duck, so we found this one spot that sold a bunch of different dishes. We ended up getting chashu bun, a Peking duck wrap, and a selection of dumplings.
Which first?
First up is the Peking duck wrap. I would give it a 6.5 out of 10. It was good, but there was nothing special about it. Next is the chashu bun. This I would give 7 out of 10. The bun was soft and chewy, and the meat was flavorful and tender. So overall, it was good. Lastly, the dumplings. Overall, I will give these an 8 out of 10. The dumplings were really juicy and full of flavor. Please be careful. They were so hot and I got juice everywhere. The black colored ones were probably my favorite. While I was researching what to eat in Chinatown, I came across this jianbing shop, which is a savory crab filled with a variety of meats and vegetables. When I was studying in Shanghai, I used to have this every morning before class. I was so excited to come across a shop that sold these in Japan. I had to bring tea and get him to try them too. We were recommended the chicken and pork crabs. They were both delicious, especially the chicken.
They didn't taste exactly like the ones I had in China, but they did hit the spot nevertheless. After dinner, I was craving something sweet, so we decided to head to this famous bun shop that I've been seeing all over social media. All the buns were so cute and everything looked so good. It was so hard to choose which one to buy, so we decided to get their best selling, which was the chocolate custard bun. It smelled so good, but I felt kind of bad eating it, especially after we came across its siblings on the streets. Our last mission tonight is going to Cosmo World to ride the iconic Ferris wheel. We initially wanted to ride the sea bus to cruise around the port at night, but we were a little late and missed the last tour. The Ferris wheel was perfect because we got to see Yokohama's skyline at night and the view was incredible. I definitely recommend to do it at least once. I am exhausted, so let's go home. But before that, let's make a quick stop at the konbini to grab some gummies for the train ride home. With that being said, thank you so much for watching and see you on our next adventure.